Hello, it's Fresh Air on another one. Welcome to the show. How's your day going? Mine? Whew, it's going. Another day to get past our triumphs, our thinking errors. Who did we talk about this before? Oh my goodness, yes. We call it thinking errors. Sometimes we believe things that aren't existing. Do you get what I'm saying? We're our own worst enemy. We think of ourselves as great, but then we have our setbacks when we start thinking and believing and entertaining things that are called thinking errors. Now, thinking errors come to fruition when we start believing in our ego self. Our ego self starts taking us on a journey, and we start thinking about certain situations that are happening in our life. And what happens is we view the situation differently. Now, for instance, if you listen to music and you're feeling good, you hear it differently. You have a different vibration in how you hear it. Your ears and tone and frequency is hearing it differently. Right? So when we're in a bad mood, we're hurt, there's certain lyrics and certain things that just don't catch our attention. It doesn't vibe with us, right? So that's the music of your life. Every day is like a symphony. We have to be the orchestra director. We can believe that we can understand things better when we're more focused in the moment. Focused on the prize. Now, a lot of people don't invest in themselves. What I mean is, they let life just continue happening and happening, right? They don't challenge themselves to understand that there's a better way. You know what I'm saying? We can believe. We can also hold on to things that matter the most more easily. We go into that memory bank of understanding like how you handle things and how you've dealt with things. Don't get discouraged when you look back at things and how you handled things and be like, oh man, I was, and you get discouraged. And then you start realizing that now what's happening? My ego and my thinking errors is getting in the way of me learning something or seeing it differently. Or you want to back off from how you feel at the current moment and dwell on something else. We put fire on what? This is what it's about. What are we putting fuel to the fire to in our thought consciousness? What we think and see. I might confuse a few of you along the way, but that's okay. Advancing mind. You'll be there someday, eventually. You can, I can, you can, we can all grow at the same time. Some might be more advanced than you, some might be a little behind than you. But that's where this conversation comes about. Don't have the thinking error tell you you can't strive to be your best self. Don't have that thinking error thinking that you can't be better at what you do. Don't think that you can't triumph through your past or whatever you went through. Don't have a thinking error thinking you can't be your best self. Your best self is happening right here, right now. When you start looking back and you start thinking, wow, I really took a big effort at trying to be a better me. And that's what today's lesson is about. For the collective prophetic message for You know that this is time stamped for you when it's your time to hear it. It's your time to feel the connections. You look up yourself as a certain person, right? About to school everything. About to school it all. No. Alright, here, listen. Life. Here, I just got a prophetic message from a notification from a good friend of mine. Bestie. Love you. Love what you do. Everything you do. Motivation. Ooh. Get you right out of those thinking errors. I'm serious. Like right when you start to listen to certain things and you hear some positive stuff, like I don't care anymore, but you do care to a certain extent, right? Because you value certain things in your life that is important. Our thinking errors sometimes divert us from what is important. And so when we're distracted by our thinking errors of thinking I have to accept the way things are, you're surely mistaken. Wake up that person, that child within yourself, to see that you once never had those thinking errors in your past. You weren't experiencing certain setbacks in your life that put you in a thinking error that you can't be what you want to be. Our thinking errors was telling us that we're not perfect. We are worthless. We must be what they think we are. Because I'm not getting the response. You get what I'm saying? Thinking errors happen when we don't stay focused in the moment. We don't ignite that light within ourselves to see a different perspective of what we're dealing with. We're all going to have things that happen in life. It's a forecast. I can tell you that we're not always going to have peaches and cream and everything's going to be great. And you're always going to be feeling great. That's a lie. Unfortunately, we have to understand that we're not always going to feel good. That's the fact of life. Ups and downs. Now, me myself, I learned to take care of myself through some of those moments where I had to look at things and start realizing I had no responsibility in that besides my thinking error. My thinking error got me to the point where I thought I don't need to do this because why? X, Y, Z, right? X, Y, Z got me to the point where now where am I at? What am I doing? You know what I mean? Where am I standing right now? Standing in my purpose. Same you are. You're standing in your purpose. As long as you put the effort in to understand, we can do this. We can do this. It can get better. It can get easier getting into those shadows moments. You know what I mean? Where you start looking. Because look, when we look back at some of the things that trigger our mentality, triggers our thoughts and our core beliefs and things and how we operate and how we act and react to certain situations. When situations come up, we act and certainly have an impact on the situation. It's easy to just go to the hurt and then just act out angry and complain about everybody else. My thinking here is everybody else is a problem and but me. And what do I bring to the table? I've learned to accept me for me. Accept me for at this moment. When I look back, I go like, whoa, I made some changes. I made some efforts. There's an airplane flying by. Confirmation from somebody who wants to travel like a Sagittarius. Who wants to explore and be creative like a Sagittarius. Jupiter is, whew, man, I can feel that. And that's where that wisdom and knowledge starts getting pushed out of you. And you start realizing, wow, I'm actually a little more advanced than I thought I was because my core beliefs and my thinking errors prevented me from unlocking those potentials, those blessings within me that were already there. All the things that I used to absorb, the knowledge, the information, they say a good intuitive mind can rehash old behaviors, old thinking habits. Our thinking habits sometimes get us stuck in a rut. We got to get out of it. Try to figure out those thinking errors that prevent us from knowing we can get through it. A lot of things we have happened in our life depending on your age. Sometimes you have dealt with things and you can relate to other people. You're more observant being focused in the moment because you can see other people. You can also see what you bring to the table. You see also the eyes on the prize every day. Motivation has to be your strong point. Motivation to step outside your comfort zone, to be your best self, to understand that there's other people that can listen and understand and relate to exactly what you're talking about. That fresh air is going to give you the best. Even when I'm down, out, homeless, or whatnot, it don't matter. I'm still going to give you me, the best, knowledgeable, wisdom, wise person above and beyond my understanding. Because I know that a power greater than myself is carrying me to understand that this is the messages through the collective. This is a reading. This is a prophetic message and given to you. I'm a giver. It's what I do best. I try not to complain about not receiving, because me as who I am and what I represent, that I know, because I'm breaking some of those cycles of my thinking errors. I'm breaking those cycles of thinking I can't be my best self. I can't get to the level that what. And also I can also see things a lot differently when I'm focused in the moment. Let me speak to you again. Here, this is fresh air. I want you to understand that I hope this message hits you at the right time. I pray that no weapon formed against you will prosper. I pray that you will find that light in you. I pray that you will also find your blessings in you. And I also pray and thank God for all the grateful things He's done for me. The opportunities He's given me to understand things differently. I also pray and thank God for the opportunity for me to be that light and beacon for others. To be that motivation for the masses and those dreams I once used to have. Oh yeah, this is a great reading today, and I hope that today you can continue trying. And I pray that you find that clarity in your discernment. I pray that your intuition will help guide you better. I pray that your light within yourself will shine bright where others will see it, and you will not be discouraged to be your best self. I also pray that you will find yourself. Yes. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Until next time. God bless.